Here's my red light panels from Alibaba's Szechuan Idea Light Limited. I'm going to take you through a demo of this, going through the safety, functionality, key measurements I wish I knew, tips and tricks, and then overall my impressions. But first, this is 4 panels. It's a RL300max-C with custom waves and a dual chip. 2 of the panels have 30-degree lens and 2 have 60-degree. And they're around $611 each, like after shipping, after processing, all of that. It would be cheaper if I didn't get the dual chip and I didn't get the custom waves. So that's one way to save money. Each of the stands were $615 each, and that's a MS1000-B stand from the same company, Szechuan Idea Light. Let me take you all through the safety first, because I want you to know that. These are motorized stands, and if you ever saw like a desk stand, when you press on it when it's moving, there's a safety mechanism where it stops. This does not stop for anyone if it's moving, even if it's going down. It will not stop for you. So you could like crush something or hit a bench or a wall if it was hanging over this lip. So that's something to be mindful of. The other thing that's not so safe is if you see right here, there's a gap. And if you press down and say I left the remote in here, it would absolutely crush the remote. Because as you can see, the lip gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it crosses over. So if a kid's hand was in there or something, that would definitely hurt. But it's not going to tip over. You'll see later, the legs are very long. So there's no issues there. So next I'll go through functionality. So each of these panels come with a remote with slightly less buttons than this remote. This remote is for both the mount and the panels. And each of these remotes are what I call hard paired, meaning this remote will control every mount ever with this model. So when I hit up, it goes and controls both of them. There's nothing I can do to make it so that it controls one and not the other. And if one goes up and not the other, it's just because one caught the signal and the other one didn't. Same thing with all the panels. The remotes for the panels are, I call it hard paired. So there's no such thing as like pairing mode and you put in pins. That's not a thing with these, they're hard paired. These remotes come with no battery, and you had to put in a battery, one of those CR2025 batteries. You have to buy, it doesn't come with it. All of the panels mounted, and each of the panels have a setting where you can say whether it's the master, slave, or solo. So I have this as a slave, this is a slave, this is a slave, and this is a master. Because as I'm laying in bed, if I press this button, I want them all to turn on. And you see closely, it says SS over there. That means it's the slave listening. So when you set these up and put them on the mount, you absolutely want the panel to be outward. You wouldn't want your panel stuck in here, hidden, and you can't change things later. That wouldn't be good. So I'll turn this off. And what I'll have to do is take this closer, kind of hold it for you guys. Here's the basic functionality. I hit start. To start, I can go to setting, change the minutes. I go back and forth really easily. Mode, this is on mixed. I can put on red. As you see, when I put it on red, it bumps up the red. Or NIR, and it goes all the way down to the lower wavelengths. With that dual chip, it will switch. And then I usually keep it on both modes. There's some modes that I don't care about at all, like pulses. I'm not worried about that, I don't use that. And then there also is brightness. I always have the brightness very high. And then the only time I had the brightness off is when, well, brightness off just means there's no light emitting at all from the panels, and just the fans are running. And when you first get the mount, it kind of has like a factory smell. And so I absolutely suggest that you put it on no brightness, let it run in your garage, and try to get rid of that kind of chemical smell. So usability wise, I'll show you kind of the mounts functionality. I can move this backwards. The wheels are good. I don't suggest upgrading the wheels. So wheels are already those nice caster wheels. So it's pretty easy to move it back and forth. The only reason it wouldn't go backwards if it got tripped up on the cord. So that's just a matter of cord management. So I'll show you how deep these are. Oh, I'm still on functionality, huh? Well, it's as simple as it sounds. Like, the only thing I didn't show you yet is this set feature. Let me show you. From here, I can use the remote and cycle through with just the remote. That's all that means. So I could kind of look at it and not touch it. But say I'm underneath this and I'm staring at the remote, I don't know what's on the screen. So I have to be looking at the screen. But if I'm looking at the screen, I could probably touch it. So I don't really use these set features much at all. But as you can see, I can change it down, and then set is cycling through as if I'm hitting down, down, down until it repeats to the top. So that's that left side, the panel side. Then the right side is the mounts, which for some reason this side isn't listening. Oh, now it just caught it. Sometimes I had to hit it twice and then they both go up. And then I hit stop to stop it. See, it stopped all of them. So there is this button here to bring it up and down. This would be very important if you lost your remote. But again, I hate the idea of someone's fingers getting caught in here. That's not good. And it's very awkward to lean and press this button. So I would not lose the remote. You know, the remote's pretty important, functionality wise. Here's these deep, long legs, very impressive. And it's very impressive that it stays low to the ground all the way over here. So I think I'm done functionality. I'll show you guys the key measurements now. So one very key measurement is how tall is this? So this is just shy of 5 inches. So if you don't have 5 inches under your bed, maybe it has a drawer or something, or it's super low to the ground, it won't be able to go under. And your only chance of eking out a little bit more space is smaller casters, which I wouldn't suggest. So that's 5 inches. Here I have 7.5 with my bed. So the only thing else here could go wrong is I have something underneath my bed that won't let it go under. But there's nothing under my bed, so that works just fine. The other key measurement is how low this can get when it's in its lowest position. So I'll press this button again. I hit down, and you'll watch it go down, 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 down. Well, my bed is tall enough for this. And I'll show you what I mean. I can't make it go down any more than this. And it's 41.5 inches, or I guess 41 3/4 inches. So that's really important. Usually you want to be 6 to 12 inches away, and my bed is like 32 inches. So that's a pretty good gap that I like to have. I don't want it to go down anymore, and that's not my use case. But say my bed was very low to the floor, this simply wouldn't go down enough. And that would be a big problem. And I have a different bed that's much lower. So I feel like these are built for beds that are higher up, or massage tables that are naturally higher up. Now, going up all the way, I would say it's very generous with how high it can go up. They probably made it high to make it easy to go in and out, right? But I'll show you this, and it's probably easy to go online and get this measurement. But really what's important is the measurement from the bottom of the panel, because that's what you really care about, because that's where you start the calculation of the distance between your body and these light. So it's just shy of 58. To be exact, it's 57 3/4 of an inch from the ground. Then width-wise, while I'm here, I'll show you the width. is 28 3/4. And then of course, it's even wider if you consider the panels. So what's nice about this setup is I'm 6 feet 2 inches, and it's plenty. If you see how far this goes when they're connected to each other. And they come off little feet. I took those little feet off because I didn't want them bumping. You know, I'm at 6 foot right here. So I absolutely have my whole body under this, which is pretty neat. So use case wise, I pull it in, and then I can lay in different orientations here. Let's see, can I turn it on? No, like to my earlier point, I don't know what setting it's on, so I usually go here, flip on the brightness, and let me put on the brightness low so I don't blind myself here. So as this goes down, I've used this so much, I know when it stops. And so I can comfortably lay under it. And then if I want to roll over, I'm going to hit it. So I could just hit up a little bit, let it go up, and then roll over, and then let it go back down. And then I know because I worked with it so much, I know where it's going to be. This remote is great, but I don't want to lose it. And I put little magnets on the back of it. And the magnet I can put really anywhere. Here is usually where I leave it. And I usually have it, each of these, the ones that control the mount, if you get 2, you get, of course, 1 with each. I usually keep 1 here and the other underneath the LED so I don't lose it, which is nice. So from here, again, it will be tough to turn this off. I usually just turn it off by clicking this button. And then because it's up, I could just get out real easily. And then whenever I want, I bring this back and then press the down button again. Of course, always watching my fingers. Where are my fingers? Where are my fingers? They better not be in there. That would be very bad. And then also, is this going to hit the lip over here? That would not be good. I watch out for that too. And then now, all I want to do is kind of put it away. And I have some cable management over here. I just made the cables as short as I could. And then I kind of mounted a little surge here, a little surge protector. So, oh, this hand got all messed up. So the little, so I have a little surge protector here. I'll take my camera off to show you. So I just mounted a surge protector here, and I use these like industrial strength, what is called, adhesive mounting tapes. It's like what they use for Easy Pass. And then I like this power surge. It's like 25 bucks. Trond power surge. And I don't tug on this or anything. It's good enough. Then what I do is I really just want 1 cord going off of this. I don't want 4 cords going this direction. So what I have is the main lead going, let's see. Yeah, the main lead goes into here. And then this one provides power to this. And I just have it draped under. And then this one kind of flops over and has plenty of room to go up and down. And then I also got these little 90-degree connectors, which isn't necessary, but it just the way the cables routed, that was helpful for me. I used one there, and then I used one down here because I wanted it to angle up, and so that did the trick. Oh, the other tip as you're assembling, one mistake you might have is there's actually 4 of these guys under this. 4. So you have to kind of put it on its side, put those 4 underneath. And I won't go into how to assemble this. Idealite already has a video for that, but I wanted to call out that you need 4 of these bolts under this. and you shouldn't forget that. So now I'll bring it back and kind of show you what it looks like in my room. And thankfully I have a lot of space. You know, this will look pretty ridiculous in anyone's room. It takes up a lot of space, but I know I wasn't going to stand next to a wall for even 10 minutes. You know, that's just not something I'm going to do. But like laying in my bed right before I go to bed, yeah, I'll do that. I don't mind that at all. And I really look forward to it. It's like a little cocoon of red light. And yeah, one thing that's annoying when you pull it back, obviously, if it hits the cord, I'll have to like drape it up a little bit. But now I have it flush against the wall. That's good. And then I'll take this guy, flush this against the wall. Ooh, I just turned it on by accident. I guess that's another thing. I usually flip these guys off so that they turn off, like completely lights off, even the panels off. I want that. And again, it's annoying when it gets caught up when you can't press it back, but it looks like I'm okay here. Goes all the way back. And I usually don't make it this perfect, but not so bad. It's back there, and I'll back up. Well, it looks like the rest of the room. Again, thankfully, I have a big bedroom here, and I wasn't really using this space. So overall, I really enjoy it. I worked with really small light bulb LEDs that I connected to tripods to see, do I enjoy standing up? Do I enjoy it mounted like on my elliptical? And the answer was absolutely not. I hated it. I hated standing next to a wall or stretching. I really wanted it laying down, and I was willing to commit to that. So I did a dry run with very cheap LEDs and then said, yeah, I want the nicer ones. Let's do it. And now I'm very happy with them. So I hope that answered all your questions. Again, I'm not a red light expert. I just wanted to show you all this RL300max-C with custom waves dual chip and all of its functionality.